You ought to cut back on...
What's that?
Petricus totalis. Glacius. Petricus totalis.
When the war is over, goblins will rule.
What do we have here? Glacius. Almost. Depulsor. Trouble's brewing. I may have more luck higher up. Petricus totalis.
Oh, little moon calf. Far from home. I've been fighting since before you were born.
Leviosa. Expelliarmus. A ladder. That's what I need.
Who is it?
One less human to worry about.
I shall avenge your death.
Bombarder. Now here's a sad-looking place. This is the spot on the map. I'd best have my wits about me. Petricus totalis. Glacius. Petricus totalis. What will we find in here? Revelio.
It's punishment to us all to have a miserable human around.
Hello?
Petricus totalis.
An intruder!
It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on. Glacius! Depulsor! Glacius! Gobbledegook! Glacius! Incendio! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Depulsor! Revelio!
He'll learn his lesson after being locked away. You can count on that. Well, you will regret coming here.
Bombarder! Expelliarmus!
I won't rest.
Leviosa! Revelio! Bombarder! Aloha Mora. Bombarder! Expelliarmus! Revelio! Bombarder! Revelio! Defender! Incendio! Ringo! Potato! Stupefy! Bombarder! Expelliarmus! Bombarder! Expelliarmus! Potato! Stupefy! Revelio! Incendio! Revelio.
A boiler door. How to open it?
Revelio. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio. Protego. Bombarda.
Down there.
This is where you will play.
Stupid. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Bombarda. Your blood's on Ranrock's hands. Incendio. Revelio. Bombarda. Expelliarmus.
I won't rest until you're dead. Stupid is happening.
Bombarda.
Rest.
Expelliarmus. Stupid.
Here.
Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
I will make it. You almost had a lucky.
Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Leviosa.
Much too slow. A miss.
What an unfortunate end for you! I should have been.
Bombarda. Revelio.
This must be Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free.
Revelio. Revelio.
Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
Fortunately, I've already found your wand, Mr. Oakes.
Oh, you found it! Pass it to me. Hurry, before they come. I must get out. Hurry! My wand. Oh, thank you, Merlin. Thank you. It's bound to be stowed somewhere. You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblin stole every canut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him. This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before, It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Oh, good lord, he's none too pleased. Seems he's been burgled. I shall pretend I never heard the rumours of your involvement.
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak Gobbledegook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves Gobbledegook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
A friend who speaks Gobbledegook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metalworker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak Gobbledegook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be Gobbledegook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ?
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read Gobbledegook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Yes, of course.
The door is looking at us.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot...
Revelio.
I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lid. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
Confringo! We're inside a...
Accio!
I've read about mines like this. Seeing one is something else altogether.
Accio! Revelio! Accio! We need to be careful. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least. Petrificus Totalis! Someone there?
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. Confringo!
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Arneet. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building? I'll be quiet.
Such I will make you.
Trepicus Totalis!
Fascinating to see Gobbledegook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here. If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that
Revelio.
they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Trepicus Totalis.
What was not your best one?
Somewhere.
Potato!
That will be the last time you hit me, human.
Depulso!
Let's get this over.
Descendo!
You won't stop me.
Glacius!
Expelliarmus!
I will make you.
Expelliarmus!
Oh, this really is too much.
Revelio. Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Confringo! Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Bombarder! Revelio. Bombarder! Levioso!
That's the last loyalist. Unfortunate, really. I'd imagine most goblins to be brilliant and kind.
Bombarder! Revelio!
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Lumo! Not an entanglement we need right now. Revelio! Revelio!
Such arrogance.
Leviosa! Bombarder!
I will make you pay.
Potato!
Expelliarmus!
Expelliarmus!
That was unimpressive.
Bombarder! Expelliarmus!
You won't get away with that.
Bombarder!
When are you going to give up? This was pitiful.
Expelliarmus! Potato!
To the point, eh? Rather unwise coming back. You better
Bombarder!
I won't. How nice of you so far.
Stupid one! Leviosa!
You don't know who you're playing with!
Accio!
I've been fighting since before we were born.
Bombarder! Potato! Stupid one!
Why don't you come up here?
Expelliarmus!
Childish! I'll get you.
Descendo!
Bombarder!
Gobbledegook! Stupefy! How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, Amit. Revelio. Defender. Confringo. Accio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Aloha Mora. Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
Welcome sight indeed.
Revelio.
Can we please...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who'd set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl